young man is gone, and we meet the new object of the poet's love. This time, she's explicitly referred to as a woman, but that doesn't mean that Shakespeare has gone boring. For one thing, instead of the beautiful, angelic maiden that his readers might have expected, the poet's new gal is not only funky-looking and bad-tempered, but she is also, very popular.
Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome. Today we are going to look at Black Sonata. Can you deduce the identity of the Dark Lady by searching Shakespeare's London? Designed to be a 30-minute solo game for 12 and up, the game is a lightweight deduction game where you search historical locations around London looking for clues and deducing the identity of the Dark Lady. The game design and art was created by John Keane and was launched in 2017. My copy was bought off the recent marquee reprint on Kickstarter. Can you deduce the identity of the Dark Lady where some of the greatest English literature scholars could not? Or will she elude you to search again and again? Join me down on the table as we take a look at Black Sonata, as we take you through the unboxing, the storing, setup, and play. So let's get going, folks. We've got a game to play. Alas, poor York. I knew him well, Horatio, a man of infinite jest, of excellent fancy. Hi everybody, we are down at the table and we are looking at Black Sonata. The game is quite small. As you can see, it's about 9 inches high and just about an inch and a half thick and maybe 5 inches wide. So it is a very small footprint game, which I like about solo games. Here you can see the expansion, The Fair Youth. I don't know what that is, and we're going to be taking a look at that, but probably not in this video. We are going to concentrate mainly on the base game. So let's get this thing open. It's going to be a fairly short. I don't think there's a lot of components. I was watching a video this morning, and if you hear me scream or something, I've got a puppy running around my floor here. We foster puppies, as you may or may not know, and we have a 7-week-old German Shepherd Husky cross sitting in our house. Oh, look at that. We have the benefactors. So obviously they've taken some care at acknowledging the people that have backed this game. I believe this game started as a print and play. This was 2017, and there you can see the rules. The rules are right on top where you expect them. Oh, and there is the sonnets. And we learned a little bit about this at the beginning of the video. Very, very nice. So good historical contents. And the aim of the game is, of course, to deduce the Dark Lady. And we have the components, and we're going to take a closer look at the components, but right now we're just looking at sort of what's in the box. So we have the rules, we have the sonnets, we have the board, and the board is quite small, as you can see, and I am trying to figure out exactly how it unfolds here. I think we've got something. So there's the board. We have 2 sides, actually. Looks like we have a London side. Of course, that looks like just some artwork, and then of course the main board right here. As you can see, these are all the various locations that we can visit as we try to deduce the identity of the Black Lady. You would think I'd have that by now. You can see these are our deductions. So we'll be looking more at that once we do the setup. The obligatory bags. Now, I don't see why we would need bags, because if we have these nice little inserts here now, I suspect that these are not going to fit sleeve cards. And these look like regular magic cards. Oh, they might, because this is in its own box. That's kind of neat. And so is this. So this is a very interesting way of packing an extra cardboard. I have mixed feelings about when we start to put cardboard in cardboard with plastic bags, especially with today's environment. Oh, well. So here we have some of the deduction We have the deduction cubes. That's these ones with the or discs with the icons on it. And each one of the cards that come with that, and we will show you that instead of, will have an icon, and we're going to deduce the Black Lady's identity by using these clues. That's our marker that moves through the town of London or city of London, and these look like these are our location cubes. So we use those on the map to try to just track where the lady is and where she's going. And it has a very interesting mechanism. I think there should be a fairly good replayability, but we're going to have to figure that out as we play the game. But that's all what's in the box, so I'm going to go and organize it, sleeve my cards, because you know me, Harry has to sleeve his cards. And we're going to come back, and we're going to set it up, and we're going to play it. Good morning. I always seem to do these things in the morning. I just got up at 7 in the morning. The dogs are all fed. Here is Black Sonata. And we're just going to open the box. So you saw me unbox the game. It was pretty simple. I saw the rules on top. And here is the board. Okay. We'll just open this board if we can. There we go. There is the Black Sonata. It doesn't quite lay flat. Well, it hasn't been played yet either. There it is. So that is the board. We may even play as close down as we can. But for right now, that is the board. You can see how I've organized it. This here is the bits and pieces for the original game. Here is for the the Fair Youth expansion. And the Fair Youth expansion adds a number of modules to the original game and some new cards. But I haven't really explored that yet because haven't learned the base game really. Basically everything fits in the box. Okay, there are the Fair Youth expansions, and they fit in the box as well. And then that's basically, if we just pull that over, that's basically how it fits. Here are the Dark Lady cards and the decks, and let's get it set up and start playing. So the game is set up, ready to go. We are playing the standard rules. Let me just straighten these up for you. Bring it down so you can see it. It's working in a small space, as you know. There we are. There's the fog cards. There's the location cards. If we get through all these location cards, we get the matching clue card. And then here are the clues. We are going to start at Cripplegate, which means we can go through our deck and pick up Cripplegate because we're visiting it. There is Cripplegate. There's Cripplegate. We'll just show you down there. And it's pretty simple. You can see the hole up at the top. We're going to use that to match our clues. We are going to cut this deck. So it is numbered from A to Z. So should be numbered with A to Z. Where did Z go? Z a little bit out of order. It's numbered A to Z. As you can see, Z, Y, X, W. So this is in reverse order. We're just going to turn it over. We're going to cut it somewhere. We are going to put the 2 facing up at the bottom of the deck, and that is our first location. We're starting here. The lady is not going to start at the boats. Normally the lady would be here and here or here, which means that the lady is probably going to be in the brew pub, perhaps, or perhaps a house. And that's how that works. So we're just going to take the first card and we're going to take it over, and it is a pub. Which makes sense if you look at the cards and the logic, they were here, and so the lady is going to start in the pub. And we are in Cripplegate, nowhere near the lady. So we know that she's going to move 1. So every time she moves 1, she's going to move to a different space. So she could move to the Cornage, right here in Cornwall. So let's move to Cornwall. You can see we'll follow the road. We will pick up a Cornwall card. Oh. There's Cornwall. We'll add it to our locations. We have to visit all these locations. And now we will take a look at what the lady does. Where's the lady going? She goes back to the rowboat, which is entirely possible. Because if you think of her traveling, She's going to travel to here or travel here, but she may be over here. But chances are it's going to be one of these two locations. So I have to think about where I want to go. Remember, I have to visit all the locations. She's in the rowboat, so chances are she might go to a pub or a cemetery. After a day of rowing, I'm going with the pub, and we'll see what happens. Where does the lady go? Hup, the lady does go to the pub. Lady goes to the pub, goes to the pub. Gulp. So the way it works, I'm going to search for the lady now that she moved to my location. I take a fog card. I slip it under the card that I think she's in. Now, because I am in East Cheap, I would have taken the East Cheap location, which I should have done earlier, but that's okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as I have it now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slip that under this card here, and I'm going to turn it over. And you can see I have a clue for the lady. And you can tell by there's the lady icon, and when you match the cards up, this card is now removed. This card is removed from the game. This goes back into my there. I will pull a clue out. And this says I am working with the purple. So there's one of these icons will be with me. So I don't know which one of these icons. It's either going to be a crown, a ring, the crown, or a heart. So that is our first clue of the game. Now, once we have a clue, we're going to move our deck. One clue. We're going to take note of the house. So we'll take note of the house, because that's where the lady is theoretically going next, but we always remove the next card. So if I was going to guess anywhere, she's either going rowing, or she's going back to a house, or perhaps going to the bank. So we look at the card. There it is. She goes to the bank. One of the two banks. Which is good. We've predicted correctly where the lady's going to go. I haven't gone to Bishopsgate yet. So let's go to Bishopsgate. We can travel along the road to Bishopsgate. Take the Bishopsgate location card. There we are. Let's hope that we predict this correctly. So this is a predictive game. So the lady could move to a house, which seems likely. She could go to a pub, either side, or even the cemetery, which was good for me. She visits the house, which is good. We know that she was going to visit a house. At least we try to predict where the lady is going to be. We will take a fog card, which goes on top. We will take Bishopsgate, put it under this card. Let's turn it upside down and see what we got. She was not here. You can see that was an empty spot. So she did not come to Bishopsgate. So we're going to remove the first card. We're going to not remove it, but we'll put it back. We're going to take note of the next card, which is here or here. So chances are she's either going to go to the coin house. She could go to a pub. I don't think she's visited the coin house yet, but I've been to East Cheap too. So I'm going to predict that the lady's coming to Cornhill, perhaps. So let's just see. Oh, she stayed in the house. Interesting. So I screwed up completely. She didn't do anything. Wow. She's definitely going to move this time. I'm thinking she's going to go to East Cheap. Actually, no. She might go to a cemetery. I'm going to go over to St. Paul's so I can grab the St. Paul's. Lady's in the house. Where is she going? She is going to the cemetery. So we are going to visit this cemetery, and she stays there, and this cemetery. We are here. So what we're going to do, of course, is take our fog card. We're going to put it under the cemetery. We're going to take St. Paul's. We're going to put it here. And again, the lady has eluded us. Oh, gosh. We've got Cripplegate. I think the lady's over here. But I do have to visit everywhere, and I have a St. Paul's. So I'm going to go over to... I'm going to go over to Blackfriars anyway, just so I can get through... Oh, so first of all, I made that guess. So we know that we're going to lose one. We make note that she's going to go to one of the houses. So chances are she's going to go to the house. There she goes. So she's back to her house. Okay, so it is my turn. We guessed wrong. Where are we going to go? I need to visit the locations anyway, so I'm going to go to Blackfriars just to pick up the Blackfriar card. There we go. You can see all my cards just down here. Where is Lady going? The lady goes back to the pub. I'm going to continue to the Liberty of Clink just so I can collect the card. The lady says, I'm going to go to the theater. So I pretty much guessed correct where she was going. I am then going to take the fog card. Take the Liberty of Clink to see if she's gone to the theater, at least in where I am. I still think she's over here. Oh, but we did find the Black Lady. There we are. We predicted correctly. So we're going to go over to here. We're going to put our card back. We will take the next clue. And the next clue says we have 2 of these. So if we try to think about logic, so we have 1 of these and 2 of these. So we know the ring is for sure going to be here. But which other 2 I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the ring is there. Okay. This time we have to move 2. And then we'll take our next card and we will push it over to here. So she's going back to the brew club. Bang. That lady loves her pub. Man, oh man. Well, I don't have Southwark, but chances of her coming to Southwark are pretty not much really. So I'm going to go over to Southwark anyway so I can collect the location. I need to get this clue. The lady is going to go to this cemetery. Boy, she visits a lot of dead people. Well, we are in Southwark. We could stay here and search for the lady. Might as well. We take our fog card. We're going to put it under here. We are going to take our Southwark card. Come on, lady. Up. No, she is not. Wow. At least we know where she's not anyway. So what's going to happen again is I'm going to remove 2 cards. 1, 2 in a block. So we don't know where she was actually going from here. And then we're going to move our pub. She's going back to her houses. She really does move around. Have we been to London Bridge? No, we haven't been to London Bridge. So we're going to quickly go up to London Bridge. We're going to grab this card. I suspect, though, any one of ones, so she could go to a cemetery. She can go to a park. Chances of going to the coinage is, I'd say, slim, but you never know. Oh, and she does come to the coinage. So there we are. We shall search. Again, I don't think she's here. And we are in London Bridge. Yeah, as you can see, the lady is eluding us still. So again, we are going to remove 2 cards. Make note of the boat. So we have a couple of boats. And she's going to the trees. I'm going to the trees. No, I don't know. Trees. You can see how it skips all of a sudden, so you kind of forget the pattern. So we've been to East Cheap. We've been to Southwark. We have Shoreditch and Kirksfield, wherever Kirksfield is. Shoreditch and Clerkenwell, which is up there. Okay, well, we're just going to move up. Chances are she's going to move to a house, I'm thinking. Yep, she does. There we go. She moves to one of the 4 houses. I am going to move to Cornhill. You can see I've now reached the end of this deck, so I'm just going to turn that over to a 1. It is the lady's turn. So she's going to the rowing. So she's there, and there. I'm going to move up to Bishopsgate because we're going up to Shoreditch. Lady is going to the pub, which makes sense. Pub. I'm going up to Shoreditch to take another city. Where would the lady go? If we were to predict, probably to the Rose. I think the house is most likely. That's probably fairly common. Oh, she did. She went rowing. Rowing. And then I'm going to go over to Cripplegate. The lady is going to go to Fog. Well, I'm going to go over to Clerkenwell to pick up the last card. This allows me to get to this clue. Again, this says I have 1. So the first one gave us 1. The second one gave us 2. So it's possible that, and we are looking at the 2, and this has 1. That's a tough one. I'd like to get another clue. We have at least 1. And we know there's a ring. We have hearts in common. But we know that one was the ring. We're pretty sure that's the ring. But that has 2, so it could also be the heart. This one has a heart too, and a link, and a well. I don't think we have enough to guess yet. Though starting to suspect it could be the heart. Anyway, we don't have enough to go. Now we're going to have to catch up with the lady. Cornwall, yep, it's the lady's turn. She's going back to the house. She's already here, her house. She's going back to her houses. She's going back to her houses. I still think she's over on this side of London. I'm going to make my way over to Cripplegate. And the lady is going to the coin. As you can see, she's mainly moving over to here. For one, I'm going to go over to Bishopsgate at this point. Because it might be a cemetery. It could be the pub too, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's a fog. So we don't know where she's going next. Wow. I'm going up to Shoreditch. I think she's going to go to a park. Oh, she does too. I'm just going to fix this card for a second. There we go. So she goes to the park. I have guessed correctly. Now, it's not always this easy. I am playing on one of the easier levels. However, we will now take our fog card. We are in Shoreditch. We will slide Shoreditch up, and we have found another lady. Excellent. I think she's been up in this area, and so we're going to take this card, this clue. And this is Anne Hathaway. So we're going to go look over here. She has 1. That's interesting. They have 1. Now, we have two in common where there's one. And there's nothing the same. So I'm thinking it's a link. So we think that's a link that matches up these cards. So the only thing I don't know is what is common. One. So, and this is two. So it's either going to be the heart or the quill, perhaps. But we have some time before we have to make a educated guess here. So, unless I've screwed this up right royally, which of course I could have. So we have 4 clues now. 1, 2, 3, 4 clues have to come off. You can see how much faster we're going to go through this deck. Wow, so she could have gone 1, 2, 3, anywhere, and then she's going to pop off to the pub. Whew. Now, one of the ideas, too, is we go through the deck, and because they're in that specific order, we can start to see a pattern. So we know she's over here. So it's not worth going back over to here. I think Bishopsgate is where you have to go next. So the lady is going to go a fog card, so we don't know where she's actually going. It's my turn. So she could have gone to the corner. She could have gone here. So she's either going to go to coinage or back to a house. I want to take a chance and stay right where I am and see if it pays off. And it does. You can see I have the cross. So she's visiting cemeteries. And then we're going to do our fog. We are down to the last 2. And then we are in, where are we? Bishopsgate. There we go. We're going to put Bishopsgate under here. And we did not find the lady there. Ooh, we're going to be hard-pressed soon to have to maybe make an educated guess, perhaps, of what the lady is. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Note. So she could be going to the pub, but I don't know. Yep, she's going to the pub. Whew. Okay, I'm going to go to the coinage. Oh, she went back to the house. I think I'm going to stay exactly where I am. I think that makes sense. And it's a mystery, which probably means I screwed it up, which means she's probably going to wind up at the park or something. Oh, nope, cemetery. Which there is one there. I should have moved. I thought about moving and I did not. Okay. Again, I don't have to move, but I don't think she's in Cornhill. I think she's in East Cheap or East Cheap or Shoreditch. Whew, or even London Bridge, perhaps. So I'm going to come down to East Cheap. I don't think she's coming back to the pub, though. Oh, nope, she's going rowing. Wow, okay. She's either going to go home or to the pub. Yeah, home pub. Bishopsgate. I like the idea of going to Bishopsgate. It's because there's a home there, but there's a pub. I'm staying at the pub. Let's hope. Oh, she went to the trees. Huh. I think I've lost my, where she is. Okay, now I'm totally confused where the lady is. I'm going to move up to Bishopsgate. Oh, she did move the house. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can take one more card, then we have to confront the lady. No matter what we do, we're going to have to confront the lady. So we're going to go 1. So we're going to confront the lady. So we're going to put in the Fog of War. And we are in Bishopsgate. I did visit Bishopsgate, by the way, when we were over there. We're going to slip it underneath, and let's hope it's the lady. It is not the lady. So now we're going to just have to take our best shot at it when we catch up with the lady next. And then we're going to have to move 4 cards. 1. We're going to just turn this over to the 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now normally it would be there, so this would be the 5th card. So now I have to decide what to do because, well, the lady's going to move. She stays at the house. Okay, we have to decide which out of the quill, whether it's going to be a quill or a heart. And I don't know which. But I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for that. So I'm going to confront her and say, I've caught up with you. Are you this person who loves rings, is linked to something, and has a heart? And I don't know. What do we got? Oh, we are couldn't be more wrong. Huh. We could not be more wrong. Let's take a look and see where I may have gone wrong here in my logic. So we did get the ring right. So that gives us that 1. 2. So that is the ring and the quill. This has 1. Sarah quill. As you can see. And then the maracas here. And she had 1 right. And I guessed completely wrong. So I did not win this game. This is a brain burner. Wow. I kind of liked it too. Really quick to play. Really a lot of fun. And let's go up for final thoughts on this game. So, final thoughts. Black Sonata. This is a good, small footprint, solo-only game. As you can see, I failed miserably because I did not get it right. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed visiting, trying to guess where the lady was going to go. Again, I obviously didn't get it right. And it is hard because you're trying to figure out which of the icons, and the cards go faster and faster. And there are timers here like the fog card. I was down. I had to confront the lady. There was nothing left. I had to confront the lady because if that fog card went, and I was... So I guess 4 to 5 clues is about the best you're going to get. And I wish I had done better. Now, component-wise, all wooden components, very, very nice. The cards are a very nice weight, though I do have them sleeved. The board is nice. It's small. It's compact. I mean, it's a little dismal, but, 17th century and the 1600s, it probably was a little dismal. I met some interesting characters, though I didn't really show you the characters, but we'll take... some pictures later on and cut them in. I approve of this game. If you're looking for a really light, fun, brain burner of a logic game, Black Sonata is excellent. We have, as I said, we have good components. There's a good replayability here. Despite having played on the A deck, that series of cards 4 times before, I still screwed it up. That cut makes it different. Even though you start to get the pattern and you make that cut, and then you start putting those fog cards and you stop skipping cards, and then you kind of don't know where you're going next, and then you lose sight of where the lady was. I knew the lady was over here because we found her a number of times, but you have to be able to find her. So actually what I should have been doing is actually that last card, I believe I actually had to go to confront her. I may have had to actually find her, which means I was in Bishopsgate. And yeah, I would have. If you look really, really close, yeah, you're not going to see that. There you go. You can just see it smudged out like that, and along with everything else. You can see the icon right there. So I would have confronted her, found her, and I would have confronted her. So I did have the right place. I just didn't get the right personality. But that is all. A lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough and a walkthrough. And the rules are really easy. You move, you confront, you try to think about things, and hopefully you get. I only got 1 out of 3. Hopefully it'll improve and maybe my brain will get better. But anyway, that is Black Sonata. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. Hit the like button because I do appreciate that. And if you want notifications to see content as it comes out, please hit a bell. If you have any comments about the game, if I made a mistake, please let me know in the comments and give me a timestamp and I can go in on the Klingon channel and fix it for you. But that is it for today. I thank you. Enjoy your week. It is mid-August here in Yellowknife. It is fall-like weather now. We are crashing down into winter, which will be probably September to October timeframe when we start hitting that 0 degrees Celsius weather. Joys of living in the north. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. My name is Harry Jacobs, as I said. We will see you next time.